Hey, and welcome to this middle of the night video, which is the Your Model Area Village Part 7A. It's absolutely chucking it down outside. It's really quite dark and moody and it's grim. Yeah, it's horrible. But I'm here up late doing this video for you because we've got to crack on, haven't we? We're way behind. So these are the instructions. These are what are going to tell us what to do, and it tells us we need some matches. Now we've got plenty of them. There we go. Loads of matches. We've got the extra long ones, as you can see just there, and we've got some short ones as well, just in case we need them, but I don't think we're going to. We'll see. So there's plenty of matches. We've got some PVA wood glue in the form of that one there. I have used half of it for various tasks, but there's plenty left. We need a piece of card, which I do have just here. There we go. But you can also use card from the boxes, obviously, so there's plenty of card, not a problem. What else do we need? Lots of matches, piece of card. You'll also need a sharp craft knife. Well, I do have several knives, actually. And again, watch out, if you're young, be careful with these, because they are sharp, and will not hesitate to take a finger off if you let them. But I'm going to prefer to use these, the Zuron, from the planet Zuron. These are the cutters that I use to cut track, except these are now just a spare pair. So they're perfect for modelling and stuff. I think, in fact, yes, the first task is that you have to take the match heads off, and then obviously dispose of them carefully, but just look how easily it does that. There we go. I mean, it's just gone, it's flung off across the room, there we go. So yeah, I shall be using these as opposed to a craft knife. It's much quicker, much neater. A cutting mat, just there. A steel rule. Now, I don't have a steel rule. I do, but I've misplaced it. I can't find it. Craig's borrowed it for something. It's gone. I don't know where it is. But it's okay, because I'll use a normal ruler, like that one or that one. And then we'll basically mark out the length we need on the matches, and then I'll basically cut all the other matches to that length for each section. So it's fine. It's not a problem. A cocktail stick. We've got a little box full of cocktail sticks, so that's good. Cooking foil. I don't know what the cooking foil is for. I don't know if you have to bake it in the oven at gas mark 5 afterwards. I really don't know. Maybe this keeps the juices in, but we'll find out. Sandpaper. There we go. I mean, they're really fussy, aren't they? So demanding. Gosh, it's like my first ex. Right, some sandpaper. A sharp pencil. Well, I always have sharp pencils. There we go. I like to keep them sharp. That's part of the OCD thing. And then some tweezers. There we go. Whew. Gosh, I might as well apply for a job on Blue Peter, I think. And a soft paintbrush. You're having a laugh. Right, yes, we've got plenty of soft paintbrushes. Okay, anything else? Maybe a dead pigeon, maybe? Or like the carburetor from Ford Sierra? I mean, Right. So basically, it tells us that we need to cut all of these matches to this template. So it's really going to be quite a short model. In fact, I think that is true to scale. I think that's exactly what, it says that's 17mm. And they are right. They're exactly right. So that really is 1-to-1 scale. That is how big the bus shelter is going to be. Gosh, it's tiny, isn't it? Well, I suppose it is 00. Gosh, can you imagine trying to build an N-gauge one? Whew. Right, so that's the template we've got to do. And step 1 says, start by building side A. See template overleaf. Take a match and use a 15cm steel rule to measure 17mm along from the end. Mark the point with the craft knife and cut cleanly through the matchstick. So basically, actually, my first job is to take all the match heads off the extra long matches. And then, as I say, you need to dispose of them carefully just to make sure that they don't ignite somehow. And the safest way of doing that is to either soak them in water or to burn them. So you can guess which I'm going to do. So yeah, once I've done that, I then need to basically cut them all to length in order to fit the sides. So I shall get them all cut first, and then I will see you shortly. Before I go, there's something that the instructions neglected to say you needed, but you do need. It's very crucial. The first one is a latte, and then of course some coffee cake. Okay, hey, and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Ta-da! There we go. There's been a massacre. The heads have been removed from all these matches. It's been really quite horrific. But there we go. There's loads there, so I'm sure I can proceed to step 2 now, which talks about, well, it's kind of part 1, part 2, it's the same thing. I need to take a ruler and then measure out 17mm along from the end. Mark the point with the craft knife and cut cleanly through the matchstick. So you can see that basically the side of the bus shelter there, the matchsticks need to run horizontally, not vertically. So I've got to do it the long and hard way basically. And they've very nicely given you a template, which basically means I need to line up these matches onto that template like that and make sure that they're 17mm, and then I make a cut. I hope you can see that, yep. And then I basically get more and more and more. Now it reckons that you need about 10 or 11 depending on the width of the match. So I'm going to do that now, and then probably get it done for part C as well, and then I'll see you in a mo. Hey, and welcome back. We've got it all done. All the matches are cut. Well, the ones for one side, side A. There you go. You can see that they're neatly on the template. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It did say about 10 or 11, and it was right. So then it talks about cover the work surface with a piece of foil, which will peel away easily when the glue is dried. Apply a couple of spots of PVA adhesive to one side first, using a cocktail stick, and then place the first match down. Right, okay, so basically the reason the foil is here is they want us to operate the assembly. They want us to assemble this little thing together on the foil. I guess it's so that you can peel it away after and it doesn't make a mess. So I need to now move this out of the way, put the foil down, stick my first piece to the foil, and then stick the remaining pieces to the sides of each other. And then it says you need to use a straight edge, such as one of the unused matches, to just line them all up and make sure they're straight. So I'll get that done now. Okay, and welcome back again. Now I've done that, as you just saw. I'm just going to put these spare matches away. I've got to be careful now because glue is ending up everywhere. But basically, the cocktail stick is a really good way of applying it, so that's a good idea. All you need to do is grab your wood PVA like that, squirt it a little bit out onto the foil, and then scoop it up with the cocktail stick, run it down, and jobs are good 'un, basically. But you can see that that is now nicely drying on the foil just there. I don't need to do anything else to it. I really don't. I just need to let it dry now. Don't worry about little bits of seepage from the glue. Don't worry about the ends being rough. We can tidy that all up and sand that down later. Not a problem. The next thing to do is to repeat those steps, because it talks about how you need to repeat. Repeat to make parts B and C. So I need to do the same again in order to do the other side. And then roughly the same again to do what I assume is going to be the back of the bus shelter. You'll need 8 or 9 matches 40mm long, built up to a height of 26mm. When the glue is dry, sand the pieces smooth, obviously. It's going to take it a little while to dry, but at least it can continue to dry whilst I build and assemble the next pieces. So I am going to do those now. Okay, so thanks for bearing with me. This is the final part of part 7A. As you can see, we've done all the little bits of gluing of the matchsticks that we need to do. Let me just get those spare pieces out of the way. Oh gosh, everything's getting sticky. Right, there you go. You can see that we've got the 2 sides, and then that's the back. Okay, it follows the template really rigidly. So there you go, 2 sides and the back. The only thing I haven't done yet is right at the very end when it says to smooth it off and sand it down and make it look really nice. But I can't do that yet because it's still drying. For the purposes of getting this video done, edited and uploaded, I'll save that for part 7AB, when you'll also see me put the roof together and then paint it all and make it look dead good. So yes, watch out. Yes, do watch out for that. You can see that yes, we've got to start cutting some bits off as well in the next section, and then running some pieces of card down the top of them, I think. So yeah, that's going to be good. I'm going to enjoy looking forward to that. Sounds really good. Right, I'm really tired, so I am going to go get a bit of rest, and then I will see you in part 7B. In the meantime, watch out for part 8, which should be coming up very soon.